Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Dextrous's Bracer Guild. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Twitch, YouTube, wherever you are watching this. Oh my god, as you can see, I'm a little bit sick. I'm very tired. I got my cup of tea. Nice and done, nice and hot. You know, and we're ready now for some more Disco Elysium. Don't think it'll be a long stream. I'm sorry. I told myself I was going to do longer streams, and then I just got real sick. Hence why I wasn't streaming on Tuesday. To be honest, I should probably be in bed right now. But we move. Alright, let's go. So. Let's go. Oh yeah, this was it. We were going to retry the check, right? Yeah. I think we should be okay maybe to try it. Do we have a skill point? Yeah, we do. Cool. Oh, thank you, Ufel. I hope you're doing well. How was all your job stuff? You were having like pay discussions and stuff, right? You said last time. How did that all go? Anyway, let me just pop some drugs. Oh, let me just have some motor. Oh my god, I'm fucking coked out of my mind. Let's go. Alright, let's level up composure. We're composed. Boom. Hello, sir. We're here to see what's going on.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
It was great. You negotiated an extra 10k, bruh. That's fucking insane. Congrats, man. Holy shit. My last, like when I got promoted last time, I ended up getting a 10k pay rise as well, which was very nice. So, 10k is no small amount. Absolutely not, sir. So good fucking shit. Proud of you. That's really, really good. So have you started work now? Have you started work now? Oh yeah, also I kind of got some, I guess, news, quote unquote. I don't know if I mentioned, but like, oh, you're starting after uni. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't sure if you were starting immediately. Like, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but like my company were like going through some like structural changes, so there was like potential for like layoffs and whatever. And we got like an email today, and they were like, "Oh, if you haven't been contacted, then your job's safe." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't get contacted, so I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay." Which is one less thing to worry about. I didn't really want to get made redundant, but if I did get made redundant, having like 3 months of redundancy pay doesn't sound too bad. I could have had like 2 months gaming, 1 month looking for another job. Congratulations on surviving. Thank you. I need someone to congratulate me on surviving every day at the moment. It's pretty rough. I'm sick. I have work being stressing me out. I'm potentially thinking of looking for a new job anyway, or like looking to move internally to a different position. I don't know. I just need to start thinking about shit. Oh man, roughing it. But I'm glad you're doing well. That's the main thing.
I mean,
Alright.
officers.
Okay, if we fail this 92% chance now, I'm gonna be fucking fuming, bro.
Okay, he keeps shifting uncomfortably.
Oh man, no.
But you can't make head or tail of this sound.
What is going on?
And honestly, it's rude to stare. So stop.
No, there is no way. There is no way. Hang on. I'm wondering if that... I'm actually gonna save scum this. I want to check something. Thanks, you, Fel. I did jinx it. I did fucking jinx it. Because last time I got snake eyes as well, right? And I can't be bothered to wait for this, you know? So I'm curious if this is like set in stone, you know? I know I shouldn't save scum, alright? But I am curious. I want to see. If we get snake eyes again, we'll move on.
I mean,
Alright.
officers.
Don't fail again.
That shirt
Alright,
looks
okay.
very uncomfortable on him.
I can't
Look
believe,
at the
bro.
buttons, barely
What was
keeping
it?
that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
What did we failed? Was it like an 84% chance last time, I think? Now this time was a 92. No, I'm not having that. Although if I was a good little RPG player, I would have accepted the failure and moved on and come back, but I did that last time, and I wanted to start this stream by succeeding. I am. I'm going to be failing at 99% real soon. His massive musculature, something worn underneath. Oh, Avi, thank you, bro. The tier 1 sub for 10 months. I appreciate it, man. Snake Eyes not only in game here, but in Yu-Gi-Oh as well. True. Although Snake Eyes kind of got wrecked a little bit. Not as good anymore. But bro, Snake Eyes no matter where I go. No, I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing better than me. I'm feeling a little sick. So I was off work Tuesday and Wednesday, but I hope you're good. I hope you're good, Abby. I'll be seeing you soon anyway at Cameron's quiz, right? In a month or so. So that'll be nice. Okay, that shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping the thing together. Is it something ready to rip out? Oh my god. He's wearing the fucking chest plate, isn't he? Something worn underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor.
Oh my god,
one that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other.
He's fucking wearing that dead guy's body
stolen
armor.
From the corpse in the yard near.
That's so fucked up, man. True, the bandlist did. It definitely did. You're good, yeah. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Cameron's quiz will be good. Real good fun. I've got a few Yu-Gi-Oh things coming up actually. I'm going to locals tomorrow with Alex after work, and then on Saturday Cameron's going to Alex's, and I'm going over. And we're going to play some Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday, and then the following week we're going to the YCS, which will be fun. I'm ready to lose every game to players who are significantly better than me, but it'll be a good laugh. Got to take it in my stride. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer.
I mean, bro, it's kind of obvious.
I'm sorry I
about
didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons the shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did.
I mean, you robbed a shirt from a dead body.
I didn't want you to know.
You see a gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. Thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
He clearly regrets it, but like, why did he do it in the first place, right? Like, what is it? Just like morbid curiosity or something? Did he like want to seem stronger? I don't know, man. Nice. What I pray that it goes. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the prayers. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna try and be watching as much anime as possible, bro. Alex has been cracking the whip, you know. All these shows I've got to watch, bro. I've got to watch Sakamoto Days, which I've been reading the manga for, so I don't know why. I've got to watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which I'm not even that big of a fan of, and Beastars Season 3. And I can't remember the last time I watched Beastars. It was so long ago. So I've got a few things I need to catch up on. Oh, and I need to watch ReZero as well. Oh my god, bro. I just want to watch the animes I want to watch. I'm watching a few others at the moment, but yeah, I should probably finish the rest of them. Anyway.
Gary, what's going on?
Gary! Hey, Gary, what's going on, Gary?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
It's not apologizing. We need to know. Give me the armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Did it not smell of a dead body? Or was it taken off the body before it got hung? Maybe? You've legit not been watching anything lately, playing a ton of games. Oh, what games have you been playing, Avi? I'll have to know. Love the voice, thank you, Yufel. Being sick makes me do a better nasally voice. I need to play the Okami game, Avi, that you gifted me for Christmas. Thank you so much, man. That was a really nice surprise. I really do appreciate it. I think I've installed it. I need to give it a go. That might be the next game that I end up playing. Because you fell one for you as well. I actually ended up finishing Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana over the weekend. Oh my god, that was my favourite Ys game so far. Holy shit. Lacrimosa of Dana was so good. It got me crying. Oh man, good vibes all around. It was a really, really good game.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Yeah, Ys 8 was so good. I really liked pretty much all the other characters, so it was great. And Dana's amazing. Oh, you're heading off, you fell. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time, okay? Have a lovely weekend, buddy. Alright, what else? Why did you really put the clothes in the trash? Why did you lie? Do you know who killed the hanged man? Why'd you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak.
Oh,
I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
he didn't.
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later.
Oh, okay. He wants to explain later. Why not now? Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
So that made you think stealing the body was the body armor was the right thing to do?
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
He shakes his head.
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
I don't really know if he cares. As in, I don't really know if Kim is, like, forgiving him or anything. I mean, I probably wouldn't. Oh my god, tea is so good. Warm tea. Oh, I don't know what to have for dinner tonight. I need to cook, because I need to eat. Maybe I'll have a pie or something. I'll have to see what I've got. Do you know who killed the Hanged Man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
This is all he knows.
We done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, cool. So now we have the body armor. Cool. What does it even give me? Just like physical strength, I guess, or something. Is this it? Yeah. +1 pain, +1 volition, -1 empathy. Where's my empathy? Oh, it's on 8. Oh. Is it a shirt? Yeah, it is. Oh, look at me. They don't know how much of a beef guy I am. And because, what is it? Because I've got the thought, right? Yeah, the Fairweather T500 means I can wear it, right? Hand-eye coordination against enemies in it. Oh, never mind. Okay. Alright, so we've spoken with you. So we had a few other things we wanted to do, right? We can talk to the cryptozoologist dude. Oh my god, look at all these quests. We're kind of going through them. We need to go back to Everard, open the mailbox, then speak to Kasia about Sunday night when Kim's in his room, I guess. So we'll do that in the evening. Look for Ruby on the coast, return to the Feld mural, and consult the wind if you don't know what to do, other than like keep searching. I think we did that. Anyway. Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Oh, Morale, sorry.
What can I do for you, officer?
Alright then, you cryptozoologist. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days.
He's not shouting
looking for
anymore.
signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns,
Insect
to be
activity.
perfectly honest.
Why is the looking for signs of insect activity? Why was that so funny to me?
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect,
Phantasmodea.
it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect
Oh
it
my
may have
God.
also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
This is so bizarre. I can't tell if he's loony or if this animal really exists, this insect. What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
This dude's off his rocker.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved.
Without studying a live
live
specimen.
specimen.
Has anyone ever seen a live specimen?
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodeozoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you. It's a big fucking insect. Why are you so interested in this stick book? Doesn't seem to be as colourful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's
Okay.
career.
Alright, Chief.
But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head. What have you discovered about it so
Very
far?
little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based
Yeah.
on first and third-hand accounts.
So they've never found one of these insects.
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Alright, bro.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Kim is asking the real questions right now.
I know it's real.
Oops. He knows it's real, the cryptozoologist says. Briskly enough that he seems to be taken aback by it.
It's clear that his
Okay.
obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific
Yeah,
advancement.
there must be more of a reason for this.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Wait, have I still got that thought? Yeah, I have, the Colder Mama Dakwa. I wonder if this will help me with it. Anyway, we'll see.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you,
Whoa,
like a trace of vapor you
it's
exhaled one spring
almost
morning as a child?
Friday. Hope
This is what
everybody's-
he's searching for.
Yeah.
A spectre.
Yeah, something invisible. Hope everybody's had a good week, though. What makes you think the phasmid is here in Martinez?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis, eh? Parthenogenesis? Encyclopedia failure. I like that. I'll ask him, of
Yes.
course.
The females don't need males to reproduce.
Oh, okay.
Makes it easier for
Yeah.
a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Females reproducing without males? A travesty. A crime against passion and common sense.
Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
Strictly dispassionate, eh? That's a good way of putting it. Tell me more about these traps, sir.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps.
Yes,
How do the traps work?
simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
How do they even know it's delicate? This is so funny. What are you using as bait? Well, they said locusts.
Locusts.
Right? Yeah.
Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another
locusts
in a
are
tiny,
creepy,
chittering
man.
swarm. A meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Bro, logic. You know, you're right, okay, but let the man have some fun. A carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
What will you do if the traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Okay.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Time to return to your woman. It's time to return to your woman, Morel.
By woman. You
Oh,
mean
woman.
my wife, I assume. I will return to her.
Whoa, man.
I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
Didn't know the phasmid was important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's
Oh.
seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
She's seen it.
Really? She sighted the phasmid?
Yes.
Huh,
That's
okay.
How
Okay,
we first
interesting.
came to know one another, in fact. But that's
Cool,
her
man.
story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
We will. When we next go back in, we will.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe you should come back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if I tracked the traps? What if I checked the traps for you?
I
Sorry.
didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Chaos is my method, and I'm its scion. We're looking for someone hiding on the very coast. Looking for another thing may lead us to her. That's true.
Why not? At least it will give us the excuse to look into a lot of reeds.
True.
That it will. That it absolutely will. I hope you brought your good boots.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in
Bring
the
it
traps?
to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What about if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
A week? I don't want
Your
that.
choice. As I said, the chances of you encountering the phasmid are next to 0.
We're jinxing it, aren't we? Oh my god. I won't take the spray.
But
You see it in person.
You feel you should have it on you. Something bad might happen. Don't mess around. Take the pheromone. It'll make you sexier.
Oh, you know what? Fine. It's no fun, isn't it? Alright, spray me with the pheromone. There you go. Electrochemistry and Inland Empire changed my mind. Alright.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Where are these
There are
drugs?
4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's
Okay.
very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Okay.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's get to
Right.
it.
Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions,
Okay.
now's the time to ask.
So now, let's see if
we'll
we
be
can
gone
find
once you
it.
get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later.
Yeah,
too.
because we're going to go back and talk to Leonard
But
anyway,
what if
right?
the information is vital? On the hunt.
Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And
Oh.
I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
How'd you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little.
You're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to trade through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Might happen, eh?
Your
Alright.
nerve endings tell you there is no
Oh.
such thing as a positive surprise.
Yeah. Life surprises are mostly miserable. And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid. Although I have come close. Close
Okay.
enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration.
Reputation.
Not real research.
Remuneration.
It's certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot. And both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
So you've never discovered one?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, About 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Damn. Almost half.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have proven to be real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is like for 1%. Not approvingly. Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or
He's
swaying
just jealous.
his opinion.
He's just a man who wants to hunt for his bug. Thanks for explaining. What about something?
Yes?
Alright, let's talk about specific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely?
Oh wait, how
I
many of these?
usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He
Okay.
won't just talk.
Which cryptid? We got the pen. What about the Coldamamadakwa? We'll go through all of these. Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one. I don't think I went through all of these dialogue options with Len.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow
They're
people?
not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
Okay.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Wait, so I may have seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
How did you almost catch one?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined.
I mean, I think you're kind of right there. People are quick to shit on other people without really even having an idea of what it is that they're doing or why they might enjoy it. They're just very quick to judge, right?
Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Yeah, true. And Leonard's sighting of the phasmid is that...
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
I know all about the green ape. Look, I have the kind green ape pen.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. The kind green ape is one of her favourites.
A warm wave passes him. Of course, the kind green ape is her favorite, he thinks.
We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. Gary and I got stuck in a rainstorm though, and had to spend most of our time there in a little village. The search was fabulously unsuccessful. The people were very nice. I'm glad they didn't understand what Gary was saying about them.
What? South Safra? They're just on a different rung of the ladder, Morel. I had no problem with them.
Really? You kept complaining about how dirty everything is.
Oh,
We
bruh.
digress.
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the topic, okay? Talk about your critters. Or whatever.
Yes, back to cryptozoology. You don't want to sow disagreement between friends.
I know about the most dangerous cryptid, the Gnome of Jerome.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
He doesn't want to make
No.
it feel like you knowing it is some big deal.
No?
The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the dread moose.
Get out of here.
Will not get out of anywhere. The dread moose is a widely reported cryptid from Arda. It subsists entirely on flesh, and has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Hold on. Does it attack people?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
Alright. Well, what does the dread moose look like?
Just like an ordinary Arden moose.
Then how can you tell if it's the ordinary or the dread kind?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful and hard to identify.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's killing right.
I'm not completely sure about this dread moose. I'm 100% behind the dread moose. I utterly believe it exists.
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more.
What's the other
The
evidence?
recent surge in the moose population has hidden carnivores. The dread moose are effectively removing competition for both themselves and their evolutionary cousins.
What exactly is the relationship? Well, why would it need to hide its carnivorous nature?
Moose are already being hunted for sport. Can you imagine what would happen if they came to be viewed as predators?
What exactly is the relationship between the carnivorous moose and a regular moose?
The carnivorous moose are a very young species, the result of a genetic mutation that fared well in the process of natural selection. It makes sense that such a majestic animal with natural weapons, antlers, would come to rule the forest.
That guy didn't
The
say
only
antlers.
strange thing is that it took so long.
Are there any reliable eyewitness accounts of the moose killing?
One slaughterhouse at the outskirts of the woods in Vasa reported that its staff kept seeing moose in the distance. The moose would just stare at the building, as though they were waiting for something. Its eyes bloodshot and full of cruelty.
It does sound suspicious.
And that's not all. Some of the slaughterhouse apprentices went hiking by a nearby creek and saw a moose nibbling on an unidentified carcass.
This isn't something unique. Various species of deer have been known to scavenge when plant food is
All right.
scarce.
Encyclopedic knowledge coming
Anyway, there is more than enough evidence to justify a thorough search for the dread moose.
in. Yeah.
Let's close the subject before it turns into an argument.
Alright, we'll leave it for now. Let's put a point into something while I remember. I have visual calculus. Let's do that.
Here is a man who has had more than his fair share of heated arguments and would, surprising as it may seem, prefer not to have any
That's
more.
true, actually. I thought he'd be a bit more agitated, but he hasn't really, like, raised his voice or argued or anything. I know the biggest cryptid, the giant of Coco Nur.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
Have you seen it?
I haven't had a chance to travel to Coco Nord. No. And I likely never will. The Samaskil desert region has been embroiled in a small civil war for the last 8 years. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature entirely. Sightings of towering luminosities have grown rare recently, while they once used to be constant.
Yes, sightings of mirages are constant. A mirage is a constant phenomenon that people have no time to report when a war is going on. It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was just being defensive.
Know about the Cryobacter catlensis.
Oh, everyone knows about that one, thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time. Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler, no one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nong-Ok.
The Nong-Ok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nong-Ok to run faster than any other avian, perhaps any other animal, who knows. When it's not hunting its prey in this manner, the Ok hangs from tree branches, like a bat, waiting to dive on hapless prey below on the jungle floor. Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect.
Oh, she
really a
disappeared,
shame
eh?
she disappeared. Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side.
Tell me about a cool cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me?
Okay.
I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
Alright, let's check.
By
the
all
subject.
means.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so we need to check the traps. Check the trap at Land's End, far northeast. Check the trap Morel just set up in the cryptozoologist camp. Check the trap near the boathouses west, and check the trap near the canal you crossed. Alright. We can have a little loop around then, shall we? We want to go down here. Let's zoom out, actually.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet.
This is by the
Looks
boathouse,
like
yeah.
the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Grand.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, one down. 3 to go.
No need to Corinne. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air.
I meant no offense. Just...
Lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you putting the trap on the pavement.
Behind you, the ruins of a...
Oh, we've already... Okay, so we've already done that. Did we actually come up here? I don't think we did. Old ticket booth. People paid money to park here? No, no joke. What is this? Like a mural?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Why this many bullet holes?
A row of ghostly
let's go.
shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them,
Oh,
a dozen
shit.
at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet, no sound, no movement.
It's a firing line.
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
They all got kind of fucked. 1 second, guys, sorry. They just got absolutely shot through. Holy moly. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them. Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty, dark duty.
And who were they?
Murderers, twisted by orders, young boys forced into killing.
Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Him, who was in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized? Ah.
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces, sorry. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Damn. Oh, there was a little... We could go around this way, okay. What's in it? Money, money, money. Alcohol, potent pilsner. People just love leaving their real around, don't they? A door, a building, a hiding place. The instigator be inside. Okay, so I don't think I can go anywhere else from here. I mean, there is a little bridge down there. Who's, which way is that? Oh, hello.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Can I try to get in there?
Not this time.
Boo!
The opposition is insurmountable.
Bro, physical instrument
but I
is
like the spirits. Have some points.
Oh, thank you, physical
it's
instrument.
lonely and cold without points.
Yeah, why am I playing the
And
game for
dangerous.
without not points?
Dangerous
Without
too.
getting points, you know? Nothing more here. Okay. Interesting. Inaccessible then. Alright. So let's come down here then. We've checked that trap. Is that updated? Yeah, it has. So we've checked the trap near the boathouse in the west. Use trap near the canal, southeast. Okay. See if we can loop around this way first, or not. Is there really no way past the game? No? Blocking me off? Yeah, alright. Okay, so that's what that crosses into, okay. So we needed to go southwest, was it? Southeast and northeast, okay, so... Southeast should be around down here somewhere. Right? I mean, it should be. Going down there. Said it was near the reeds, right? So it should be around. The canal's down here, right? The question is, how do we get over there? Oh, we go under. Interesting. We didn't go this way last time, then.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Me?
Exactly.
Why am I a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story.
Okay.
It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise.
I like
Then
seagulls. They're kind
their
of funny.
paradise became Shit City. And
Shit
what did
City.
They do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one
It's
pair
a
of
good way of
track pants
referring
away
to
from
seagulls
gangsters,
being hustlers.
just like you.
Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive, I am the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs, shit in the sand, whatever it takes to keep going.
Okay. That was a nice little break. Okay. So that's the church, I guess. Who is this person? Unending party.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering
Alright.
a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form
Wait,
of
there's
music.
3 people
It's
in
like
there.
nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Bro, Andre looks fucking wild.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze
Sorry,
it. Go on.
we barely have room for one.
I was gonna say, this is tiny.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Smells like sweat and laundry detergent. Capri launch. Engine starting fluid. Pile of nasal spray. Speaker. Damn, these guys are pumping
Go
out
speak
music.
to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
A strangely dressed young man says without looking up for his... What if I want to speak to you first?
I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in. Get a reading on your sign.
The
Alright.
young man picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods.
Metal saw blade.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
We'll
His
shake
grip
hands, why
is
not?
strong, sweaty, and warm.
Okay.
He's trying to project and
I
inspire
mean, well, these guys are probably
confidence.
living the disco life, right?
This is my posse. Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead.
Egghead, alright.
Egg!
Bro, what the fuck is his picture? That's fucked up.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Yeah, there's no need. This place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face.
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that! The word!
And sadder yet,
This
because the
guy,
dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little,
Okay.
watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dope heads.
So
and
he wants us to
burners
clear out the
really
people in
are.
the
Good.
church then.
This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I wouldn't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. Are they foreigners? I bet they're foreigners. I don't know, I'm a bit of a dopehead myself. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about those dopeheads and burners?
They're spooky.
Spookiness is not a matter for police investigation.
You know, officer, you really should judge that for yourself. But keep in mind, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
This guy's picture, I can't get over how
Thank
weird it
you,
looks.
Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Alright, fine. We like quests.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole
okay.
tent is. The boys exchange giddy looks.
Well, at least
Oh,
for now.
oh.
Okay.
You should have the key. We had to padlock the door to the church to keep more vagrants from wandering in.
All right.
Speed Freak dips into his belt pocket and throws his yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it to your general direction. Be the cool cop. Oh my god, yes.
You sense
Oh,
the
let's
trajectory
go.
of the little piece of metal.
We're a
plastic.
cool cop.
The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The Speed Freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the glory.
The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks at you, standing there, with a goofy grin on your face. Feels nice. It would feel a whole lot less nice had you dropped them, or worse, got hit in the eye with them.
Yeah,
Good
true, it's a
thing
good thing
that
that didn't happen. Alright,
Sure,
let's
man.
leave this for
Tennis,
now.
as always.
Kind of like the vibe. Alright, Burger Person will leave you for now. I guess I can knock this down, use this as a bridge. I hope I can.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft
Oh,
thump.
yay. Shortcut, baby. That's some kind of Dark Souls Elden Ring shortcut. Alright, so this is the key to the church right now. Where were the... I want to try and find the other ones. So we're in the north. Check the trap mural set up here. Check the trap at Land's End far northeast of the Feld building. The canal you crossed. Okay. I feel like we just went down the canal we crossed, which was like around here, wasn't it? This is the canal, no? At least one would think it was. And the other one was to go northeast of the Feld building, right, which is here. That should be it. But the whole point of it was that they were going to be put in reeds, right? So... maybe we can go back. Down here, actually. Let's see if we can actually go down the left side of the church. I am quite curious. Yeah, it looks like we can. Alright, cool. Where is that other trap? Oh, there it is. Alright, there's another one.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds, another one of Morel's traps. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. This trap is also full of panicked locusts.
Another empty trap.
Let's keep going. Next one's the lucky one, huh?
The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize?
Bro, come on! Damn, we're going real far north. Cigarette butts. Tio Materi seems important. Brand? Okay. Gotta make a note of that brand then. Someone's made a campfire. This is the radio tower.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot?
I mean,
Just
yeah.
some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I mean, there's a fire.
In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something.
It does, I
You
think.
didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower?
It's not possible to climb that ladder.
Yeah,
And even if
bit
it were,
fucked, isn't it, really?
why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Look over the water.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the 3rd floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Okay, so that's this one done. Land's End. Check island and check the boardwalk. Oh. A scented scarf, eh? -2 physical instrument. Logic, perception. No, I think we're fine. We're alright as we are right now. Okay, so we've cleared out a lot of stuff here. Maybe, that other one was the boardwalk. We didn't check the boardwalk. That was where we found that woman's husband, right? I think. I mean, this is also kind of fucking shifty. What the hell is this? Anything in these rocks? Oh, money. There's a winch here. What is this?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Wow.
You see a handle.
Interfacing, eh?
It's military. A service depot of some sort. Probably something that is no longer there. From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Yeah, true. Okay, so nothing... I don't have enough interfacing points to try a 3% chance, sadly. Okay, so let's go to the boardwalk now. But isn't the boardwalk this place? Like I said, where we found the dead body. I don't know how the shot's going to be taken from there, but let's see if there's any evidence of bullets. I've got to remember the right way to go from here. Maybe it was more further around. Like down here, was it? I actually can't remember where the boardwalk was. Okay, so they've gone back now.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. Of course. Noted.
Thanks, Kim. Alright. So there's nothing further that way. Okay, so this is as far as we can go on this part. The boardwalk maybe was down this way then, wasn't it? So that's where the dad is with his son. I can't get, that was the building we went to. I've completely lost track of how to move through here to where I want to go. Okay, I don't think the boardwalk is this way. I think it's more to the east over here. Because this is the village. Yeah. Oh, here's the canal, right? No? No, this is just a little bridge. The canal was over to the right that we've done. Alright. Oh, I can fast travel now. Oh. Well, that's handy. That is very handy. It actually says I can travel here. Okay, so I think we need to go... Which boardwalk is it talking about, though? I'm assuming it's the one where the body was found. I've just got to remember how to get there, sorry. So I'm pretty sure we cross this bridge. I'm pretty sure it's up here somewhere. Ah, here it is, yeah. I mean, this is the boardwalk I thought of.
There's
Oh, the
some
body's
tin,
gone.
an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper.
Alright, so we've already done all that. See, this is the boardwalk that I thought they were talking about. But I'm not quite sure what which part they're referring to. Maybe that'll be something I discover as the... Oh wait, is it the jacket? No. I can take it anyway. Does the jacket have any... Here we go, yeah. Filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements of quest of time. Streak with secret shit and I'm normally stiff. We can interact with it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Sure,
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Alright,
Good choice.
We'll do it next time. We'll do it next time. If I remember. Okay. This is still the boardwalk, isn't it? So maybe in this building, if we can get in there somehow, or the church. Something down there. These are locked. Okay. What we are gonna do though. Wait, why can't I fast travel anymore? What? I'm losing my mind. Why was I able to travel earlier but I can't now? Is it because I'm not by the church or something? Doesn't really make sense, the fast travel in this game. Yeah, I can. Can I only fast travel when I'm at certain points? Okay, well, let's travel to the waterfront. Okay. This is the mailbox, right? Yeah.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Drop the white envelope in the
You
mailbox.
drop the white envelope in the darkness.
Oh my god.
It lands with a
All
soft
of our
thud
forged
on what
signatures.
sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard.
No,
You
never.
know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
True. We can go back to Efrat. I think I'm also gonna speak to Lena now because her husband should be back, right?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ran into your husband on the
Goodness.
coast.
How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for
We did
putting
a
an
good
old
deed.
woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our
True.
aging body's foul. Her
Yeah.
heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
I'm also kind of concerned that he's not here. I wonder if he's somewhere along the way. We'll come back to it for now anyway. That's the end for this stream though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As the autosave pops up, I am hoping that I'll be back to full health next week and we can continue on Tuesday. But if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the VOD. I stream every Tuesdays and Thursdays when available to play some Disco Elysium right now. Come tune in, I would really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Lots of love, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Mwah.